Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya.
Narayanam Namaskritya.
Naram Chaiva Narottamam. Devim Saraswatim Vyasam.
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam.
Tato Jayamudiraye.
Tato Jayamudiraye.
Nastapradeshu Abhadreshu.
Nastapradeshu Abhadreshu.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Bhagavati Uttama Sloke.
Bhagavati Uttama Sloke.
Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiti.
Bhakti Bhavati Naistiti.
Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 9. Chapter is entitled Pracharak pacifies the Lord with prayers. Text number 5. So you try to repeat after me. Swapadamule putitam tam arvakam.
Swapadamule putitam tam arvakam.
Vilakpadeva kripaya parikrutah.
Vilakpadeva kripaya parivrajak.
Uttapata shrishni adadhataram bhujam. Kalahi vitrasta dhyam kitavayam. Swapadamule putitam tam arvakam. Vilakpadeva kripaya parivrajak. Tapata shrishni adadhataram bhujam. Kalahi vitrasta dhyam kitavayam. Swadamule patitam tam arvakam. Vilakpadeva kripaya parivrajak. Tapata shrishni adadhataram bhujam. Kalahi vitrasta dhyam kitavayam. One Prabhuji, one Mataji. Time is limited. Only a little boy. Vilakya. Sing. Devaha. Lord Vishnu. Kripaya. Translation. When Lord Nrsimhadev saw the small boy, Pracharak Maharaj, prostrated at the soles of his lotus feet, he became most ecstatic in affection toward his devotee. Raising to Lord, the Lord placed his lotus hand upon the boy's head because his hand is always ready to create fearlessness in all of his devotees. The necessities of the material world are four: ahara, nidra, void, and maitri. Eating, sleeping, defending, and mating. In this material world, everyone is in careful consciousness. Sada, sarvabhigna, yam. And the only means to make everyone fearless is Krishna consciousness. When Lord Nrsimhadev appeared, all the devotees became fearless. The devotee's hope of becoming fearless is to chant the holy name of Lord Nrsimhadev. Yato yato yami tato Nrsimha. Wherever we go, we must always think of Lord Nrsimhadev. Thus, there will be no fear for the devotee of the Lord. Mukham karati vachalam pangulam aitevrim japipakam vande Sri Gunam Gunakarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram. After a few days, we will be celebrating Nrsimha Chaturdashi, the divine appearance day of Lord Nrsimhadev. So, because of that, we have chosen verses from 7th canto. The whole 7th canto is dedicated to the discussion of Lord Nrsimhadev and his dear devotee Pracharak Maharaj, and also his another devotee in a different form, Hiranyakashipu. So, if you read 7th canto, discussion about Nrsimhadev is very less. Mostly it is about Hiranyakashipu and Pracharak Maharaj. By that we can understand the Lord wants to give full credit to his devotees. We should not try to undermine the position of Hiranyakashipu as demon, because that's happening because of the desire of the Supreme Personality of God. Hiranyakashipu is not an ordinary demon of this material world. He came from the spiritual world only to play the role of a demon. That is a very, very important point, because as soon as we talk about Hiranyakashipu, we develop some different mood. We will not talk much about Hiranyakashipu in our discussion. Generally, when I give 5 days katha, 7 days katha, I talk in detail about Hiranyakashipu, because that is a very important aspect of 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. But we will have only 2 sessions today and tomorrow, so we will be focusing on Pracharak Maharaj. The 7th canto talks about creative impetus or utihi. There are 10 topics in Srimad Bhagavatam. It is explained in the second canto by Sukadeva Goswami. Atra sarva visargasya sthanam prosham udayo mannantari shanukatha nirata mukti ashraya. These are 10 topics in Srimad Bhagavatam. So uti or inclination or creating impetus is one of the topics of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is explained in 7th canto. We have pious inclination, we have impious inclination. So Pracharak Maharaj is the embodiment of pious inclination, and Hiranyakashipu is the embodiment of impious inclination. And in Kali Yuga, in same body we have both inclinations. And Narasimha Chaturdasi is a very good moment to make the choice whether we want divine qualities or whether you want demoniac qualities. So that's why it's very, very important. We should not think what happened in Satya Yuga. Hiranyakashipu is no more there. Yeah, Hiranyakashipu in that form is not there, but the quality of Hiranyakashipu is still present. Just like devotional service as a principle is eternal, demoniac qualities are also eternal in this material world. So you have to be very, very thoughtful to make the right choice. Srila Prabhupada in the purport is telling this material world is the world of fear and anxiety. We are always in anxiety and fear. What is going to happen? Right or wrong? Even after coming to Krishna consciousness, we also think what is going to happen. After reading Bhagavad Gita also, we have doubts what is going to happen. Krishna is very, very clear. Krishna has no doubt. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Jatasya hi dhruvam mrityu dhruvam dharma sustasya. Those who have taken birth, they are going to die. And those who are dead, they are going to take birth. Any confusion? Still you are thinking what is going to happen. Then people are okay, we will die, but before that what will happen? What will happen? Anxiety. We are always in anxiety. That is called chinta. Two things are freely available in this world. Chinta and chitta. Chinta means anxiety and chitta means funeral pyre. So these are the two wonderful things we have in our material existence. And what these two things do in our life? What is the characteristics? They burn. We sing every day in Mangalarati, Sansara Dava, forest fire. This world is full of fire. So funeral fire burns the dead body. How many times? One. The death happens in this body once. And anxiety burns the living body. How many times? Constantly. Just like we are having constant devotional service of Pratihata Bhakti. In the same way, Chinta or anxiety is also Apratihata. It is uninterrupted, without our endeavor. Then people think which is better, which one wants that is better, so better to die. So when we become so much disturbed by the life, we think death is the better option. But they don't know that is not the end. Death is not the end. Death is the beginning of another body. So that is the cycle. Chinta, Chitta. Chinta, Chitta. Cycle. But death, old age, disease. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi, Dukkha, Doshana. That is our existence. But sad part is that after knowing this also, those who do not know, okay, tamogun, they don't know. But after coming to Krishna consciousness also we forget these realities of life. People ask how to become fixed up in devotional service. How our devotional service can be intense, like Parikshit Maharaj. People have good desires. So how Parikshit Maharaj developed that intensity? What was the reason? What is the reason? He was completely focused. He was very focused in his devotional service. And very intense devotional service also. Constant hearing of Bhagavatam. How? Why? Because he kept death at the front. He knew that he had only 7 days. You should not think that he did not have the power to counteract that curse of that boy. Sri Maharaj was powerful king. He could have counteracted that curse. But devotees are very intelligent. Devotees are very intelligent. Parikshit Maharaj thought, now I can counteract. But I have to die. That day will come. But I am very fortunate now. Why? Because I got 7 days notice. In the future, I may not get that notice. Just like Khatranga Maharaj got notice of one moment. Parikshit Maharaj was very doubtful whether 7 days are enough for perfection. He thought it's a very short period of time to achieve perfection. But Sukdev Goswami was very expert spiritual master, highly motivational. People talk about motivation. Today also somebody asked about motivation. People like to be motivated. People like to be inspired. So Sukdev Goswami inspired. He said, you have too long time. 7 days is too long. Why? Because Khatranga Maharaj achieved perfection in one moment. But you have 7 days and 7 nights. Don't do any prediction. Hear attentively, Srimad Bhagavatam. So that's why people ask, how many months, how many years, how many lifetimes we have to go through in order to achieve perfection. What do you think? How long it will take? That's another question. How long it will take? When that will come? When tears will flow from the eyes while chanting the holy name of the Lord. So when that will happen? I don't know, I told this story here or not. Very simple story, but it's very, very deep story for a sadhaka. So there was a man who used to stay in a village, and he did not go out of his village in his life. But one day he had to go out of the village for some work, and for that he had to catch a train, and he did not know also the location of the station. He only knew it is out of the village. So he started his journey to catch the train. So in the village, on the way, he saw a farmer cultivating the field. Then by seeing that man, he thought better ask him how long it will take. He asked that farmer that how long it will take to reach the station. He did not answer. He asked the question in a more louder voice. No answer. More louder. No answer. He thought, I think he has some. He thought that he has some problem, maybe hearing problem or some problem here. So he thought if I keep on asking question, then I may miss the train. Out of fear of losing the train, he started running. When he started running, the farmer replied loudly, "It will take 15 minutes. Then that man became surprised. He said, "I was shouting, screaming like anything. You did not answer. But as soon as I started running, you answered. Why?" It is very simple. It is very simple. He said, "When you asked me the question, that time I did not know your speed. Now I know your speed. If you run in this speed, then you can reach the station in 15 minutes. In the same way, when we will reach the perfection depends on our speed. Right? So what do you think? How long it will take? It's a very mysterious question. It depends on our speed in practice. So what does that mean? Speed means you have to start running for Mangalarti or what? What is that speed? It is internal speed. It is nothing external. To make it clear, I give the example of the car. Many of you drive car, right? How many of you drive car here? Even if you don't drive, you know how it works, right? The car has gear. Neutral gear, then first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, now fifth gear. Huh?
Automatic car.
Automatic. Then in India, when I talk about the gear, if the car is in neutral gear, there is another concept of the car is accelerator, which determines the speed. So if the car is in neutral gear, if you push the accelerator, what will happen?
Big noise.
Only sound, and the car is not good, smoke will come. If the car is in neutral gear, if you press the accelerator, only sound will come out. You may think I am pushing so much, things are not happening, car is in good condition, new car, high class car, tank is also filled up with fuel, I am a good driver, everything is in a good shape, still car is not moving. Why? Car is in neutral gear. So many times we think, oh, I am chanting the holy name, I am coming for Mangalarati, I am attending festival, I am hearing Bhagavatam, I took initiation also. It looks like things are not moving. Only sound is coming out. Why? Because our car of devotional service may be in neutral gear. What is neutral gear? Attachment. If we have measured attachment, that is the symptom of neutral gear. If we are attached to this material world, then car of devotional service will not move. That's why you have to come out from the anarthas, anartha nibriti. Ado shraddha kata sadhu sangha bhajana kriya. Anartha nibriti. Anartha nibriti is neutral. As long as anarthas will be there, car will not move. Then when anartha nibriti is over, then nishtha bhakti, first gear. Okay? Just to make us understand clearly. Different levels of bhakti. Then ruchi, second gear. Asakti, third gear. Bhava bhakti, fourth gear. Prema bhakti, fifth gear, fifth gear. And some say that there is also reverse gear. What is that? That is Vaishnava Aparad. If you do Vaishnava Aparad, backwards then. So this is the situation. But we should come back to the topic. Topic is, we are in a fearful condition. Fear cannot be overcome unless we are Krishna conscious. Prabhupada says, the solution to overcome fear is Krishna consciousness. What is the meaning of Krishna consciousness? We talk about Krishna consciousness, Krishna consciousness, Krishna consciousness. What is the meaning of Krishna consciousness? Conscious about Krishna. What does that mean? In a simple way, remembering Krishna. Thinking of Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness. When we are Krishna conscious, then there is no question of fear. Fear means we are not Krishna conscious. That is the theme of seventh canto. Pracharak Maharaj is the example of Krishna consciousness. Rupa Goswami explains what is the essence of all the rules and regulations. We are doing so many activities, right? So many things we are doing. Prabhupada has given so many activities in our devotional life. Sadhana Bhakti, festivals, prasadam, preaching, distributing books, studying books, so many activities are there. Following four regulative principles. So all these rules and regulations are there. But what is the purpose of all these rules and regulations? Sometimes we forget. When we forget the purpose, then everything is gone. That becomes niyamagra. Just doing it mechanically. When we do things forgetting the purpose, then our practice becomes mechanical. That's why success formula is that we have to be focused. Focus means what? Focus on the purpose. Arjuna was highly focused, extremely focused. He saw one day that Bhima is eating food. Everything is dark. Still he is eating. Uninterrupted devotional service. Focus. So Bhima's focus was eating. Completely Then Arjuna thought, if my brother can eat in darkness, I can also practice in darkness. And from that day, he gave up smoking. He used to learn daytime and used to practice nighttime. Focus. So Dronacharya wanted to test the students. So in a tree, he kept one bird, not living bird, wooden bird. And he called all his students, what do you see? They're telling, I see the tree, branches, fruits, Bhima definitely saw the fruits. And with that, they saw the bird also. At the end, Arjuna was born. And Dronacharya asked, Arjuna, what are you saying? He said, Gurudev, I cannot see anything. I can only see the eye of the bird. That is called focus. Purpose. What is the purpose of all these rules and regulations? Mola, Deep, Japa, Bhagavatam class, festivals, these, that. What is the purpose? Always remember Krishna. Never forget Krishna. That is the purpose. And who is the example of always remembering Krishna? Allah. Savanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasham Sakhyam Atma Nivedanam. Prahlad Maharaj talks about this. 9 processes of devotional service. Starting with Shravanam and Kirtanam. Then Smaranam, remembering Krishna. So remembering Krishna is a perfection of Bhagavatam. Arjuna also was advised by Krishna, Manmana. Arjuna also was advised by Krishna, you fight. But while you fight, you remember me. So you don't have to give up fighting. You keep on fighting, but just remember me. And that is the perfection of God. That is called Krishna consciousness. When we think of Krishna, there is no question of fear. Right? So why you are fearful? Because we are not able to remember Krishna. That's why we are fearful. So fear and Krishna consciousness cannot be together. So fear means darkness. Krishna consciousness means light. Krishna Surya Samo Maya Andhakar, Jaha Krishna Taha Nahi Maya Andhakar. It is said, Krishna is brilliant like sun. Rather, it should be opposite. Sun is like brilliant, not like Krishna, but one of the symptoms of Krishna is brilliant. So Krishna is brilliant, sun is also brilliant. So Krishna, Surya Sama. Krishna means you can see things. Maya Andhakar. Illusion is darkness. Jaha Krishna. Wherever there is Krishna, there is no darkness. So darkness is a cause of fear. So where from darkness come? Avidya. Avidya. What is the meaning of avidya? Not knowing our identity. That is ignorance. That is avidya. And that is the cause of fear. Srimad Bhagavatam explains, when we are bodily conscious, when we are conscious about our body, the consequence is fear. Why? Body is going to die. And that is the greatest fear. Fear means the feeling of losing. In this world, we have to lose everything. It's just a matter of time. That's why we are always fearful. But when we give up the bodily concept of life, then there is no question of fear. Why? Because we accept everything belongs to Krishna. Then what is the question of losing? Everything belongs to Krishna anyway. So there is no fear of losing. That is the secret of fearlessness. Otherwise we will be fearful. So that is the perfection. Then what to do now? Another 10 minutes, then question answer. So now the perfection is that always remember Krishna. And another extreme is forgetfulness of Krishna. But what to do in between? That's why you have to practice. Practice, sadhana. And what is the purpose of sadhana? To remember Krishna. It's not possible for us to remember Krishna 24 hours a day. But we have to increase. And how we can increase the remembrance? Through practice. Every Ekadasi, Bhakti Thakur recommends we should analyze that how was the remembrance of Krishna in last 15 days. Whether it has improved, increased, or it has decreased. That is a parameter. Sometimes devotee asks how to remember, how to understand I am progressing or not progressing. There is no question of that I am at the same position. No. Spiritual life is a dynamic process. You will progress, otherwise decrease. Go up or go down. We cannot be in one place. Externally may be same, but internally it cannot be at the same level. That's why we have to either move up, otherwise we have to go down. Tendency is to go down. That is the natural tendency of the material existence. Devotional service is swimming against the stream. That is the process. And swimming against the stream is not easy. How it is possible to swim against the stream? First principle, we should not be alone. Alone means big chance of getting drowned. So first principle of fighting against Maya is we have to be together. And we should have some expert swimmer who are the leaders. Then our life will become easy. If we are with the expert devotees, then swimming against the stream will be easier. Practicing Krishna consciousness is simple but not that easy. But it becomes easy when we are in good association. And that is the purpose of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Prabhupada established this Krishna consciousness movement to provide that association. So sadhana, practice should be done in association. But we have to practice keeping the goal in mind, keeping the purpose at the front. What is the purpose? Always remember Krishna. That is the purpose. So Prahlad Maharaj is the example of that always remembrance, always remembering Krishna. That's why whole 7th canto is so important for all of us. Mahaprabhu, while he was in Jagannath Puri, he used to hear Srimad Bhagavatam daily. Not in the morning, afternoon. And he used to go to Tota Gopinath temple, where Bharadar Pandit used to recite. Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, and Bharadar Pandit is Srimati Radharani. Radharani is the speaker, Krishna is the listener. They are also hearing and chanting. But sometimes we feel now we have done enough. Maybe there is no need of hearing Bhagavatam. I have read many times. It's not a question of many times. It's a question how it is accepted. So Mahaprabhu used to, Bharadar Pandit used to ask Mahaprabhu, which topic should be discussed? And Mahaprabhu used to say, Dhruva, Maharaj and Pracharak. Hundreds of times Mahaprabhu heard about Pracharak. Why? Because Mahaprabhu is teaching by his own example how important it is to hear about Pracharak. So at least for Narasimha Chaturdashi we should hear. At least that is the time we should hear about Prahlad Maharaj. So Prahlad Maharaj's life is a life of inspiration for the devotees. Only 5 years old. And we should know the preaching style of Narad Muni. Narad Muni preached to him in the womb. So, preaching is unconditional. So, when Prahlad was in the womb of his mother, Narad Muni was preaching to him. So, devotional service can start before you take birth. That is the lesson we learn. And devotional service is not dependent on your birth, which family you are born in. Prahlad Maharaj was born in a demoniac family. His father was famous Hiranyakashipu. What is the meaning of Hiranyakashipu? Hiranya means gold. Kashipu means soft way. So Hiranyakashipu is the embodiment of sense enjoyment. How to enjoy life if you want to learn? Consult Hiranyakashipu. He was the emperor of the whole universe, not the world. All the demigods used to serve him. Such was the power of Hiranyakashipu. He was the supreme controller. He was the supreme God. Everybody used to call him Hiranyakashipu Bhagavan ki. And Narad Muni was telling that I used to glorify Hiranyakashipu also. So that was the position of Hiranyakashipu. Everybody was under his control. Except there will always be exception in material world. Except his own son, Prahlad. So he could control the whole world, whole universe, but he could not control his own 5-year-old son. By this we have to learn something. What we should learn? What is the lesson? We should stop trying to control. In the family life, the parents, they think They are controlling their children. Husband is thinking wife is under my control. Wife is thinking opposite, that husband is in my control. But they should know none of them are under anyone's control. That is our biggest illusion, that things are under our control. We are not the controller. Who is the controller? Very reluctantly they are telling. Who is the controller?
Krishna.
But Hiranyakashipu was the supreme controller that time. But this control failed. In the same way, that will also fail in our life. Because we cannot lead our life on falsehood. We have to lead our life on reality. So reality is that we are not the controllers. What is the reality? Krishna is the controller. And as soon as we accept it, all fear will go away. All anxiety will go away. Why you are in anxiety? Still you are thinking something should be in our control. Why everything should be in the control of Krishna? Something. We are part and parcel of Krishna. Why not something? As long as we have that kind of consciousness, we will be in anxiety. That is the cause of anxiety. The cause of anxiety is that we want to be in control. But when we give up that attitude, that we are not the controller, Krishna is the controller. I give the control of my life to Krishna. Krishna, from today, from now, you are the controller of my life. Bhakti Thakur is telling, Jeev Krishna Das, A Vishwas, Kolle Dwar, Dukkha. As soon as we accept that Krishna is the controller of our life, then there is no question of anxiety or fear. Very easy to say, but very difficult to practice. That's why you have to hear again and again the life of the Lord. He was in complete bliss. And what was the situation? Very nice. He said, oh, I can do bhajan when everything will be peaceful. So Prahlad Maharaj was in a very peaceful condition of life. Sometimes the family members are not cooperating. So Prahlad Maharaj is getting full cooperation, right? High level of cooperation from his father. What Hiranyakashipu was doing to Prahlad? Trying to kill him. And who was Hiranyakashipu? The king of the whole universe, the most powerful demon. And he was planning to kill Prahlad. Because Prahlad was not listening to his instruction. He was trying to make him understand that he is the Supreme Personality of God. But Prahlad was teaching him, no, you are not the Supreme Personality of God. Vishnu is the Supreme Personality of God. Conflict. And because of that conflict, anger, and out of anger, Hiranyakashipu wanted to kill Prahlad, his own son. And he was trying in many different ways to kill him. By giving poison, he was thrown in the area of snakes, he was thrown from the mountain, he was under the leg of elephant, big stones are thrown on him. So many ways Hiranyakashipu was trying to kill him. So that kind of experience we have. Still we complain. Doing bhakti is difficult. Why? Because I am not getting Pracharak. So you have to learn from Prahlad. Only 5 years old. So where from this strength is coming? That strength is coming because he is completely surrendered to the Supreme Personality of God. He is completely connected with Krishna. So that connection is the source of fearlessness. While you are connected with the material energy, you will be fearful. And while you are connected with the Supreme Lord, you will be fearless. So Prahlad was completely fearless because he was completely connected with the Supreme Personality of God. So how that happens, we will discuss tomorrow. But this is very, very interesting subject matter because it's a consciousness that is the most important factor in our life. It's nothing external. Prahlad Maharaj externally was in a very, very dangerous situation from a material point of view. But he was in complete bliss. How it is possible? Because although he was part of the material world, but he was not part of the material. Because he was fully Krishna. Same thing happened with Haridas Thakur also. We should not think, oh, it happened in Satya Yuga. It happened in Satya Yuga, it happened in Treta Yuga, it happened in Dapur Yuga, it happened in Kali Yuga, it is happening now. It is eternal principle. We should not think it happened now, it happened long time back, it's not going to happen now. No. These are the eternal principles. It happened in the past, it is happening now, and is going to happen in the future also. Same principle. We will have fearless devotees. In Satya Yuga we have Prahlad Maharaj, in Kali Yuga we had Haridas Thakur. You may think, oh, that was also many years back. Now it is possible? Yes. What kind of fear we have? Going to jail or going to die, right? These are two main fears. So our devotees in Iskcon went through all this. And they faced it without any fear. So, we'll give one example. Prabhupada was there on this planet. Some of his disciples were arrested. Prahlad was arrested. Right? Haridas Thakur was arrested. He was in the jail and he placed the prisoners. He should be in the jail only. What kind of sadhu are you? What kind of blessings are you doing? He said, yes, because we are all in the prison house, but we have forgotten, but you are remembering because we are here. So we are all in jail, but we are thinking we are free. That is the problem, that is the power of mind. So, Prabhupada disciples, Prabhupada devotees were arrested, were in jail. So those who are outside, they wrote a letter to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, they are in jail. And to get bail, it will take a lot of time, a lot of money. So Prabhupada said, why to waste so much money? So what they are doing outside, they are distributing books, they are doing Harinam Sankirtan, tell them to do the same thing inside. What a guru. Like Maharaj, when the Thakur said, stay in the jail, Prabhupada also gets sent a message, better be in the jail. If that happens to all of us, what will we think? So, Guru Bhagavad Bhakti, they started. Mangalarti started in the jail. Japa started in the jail. Bhagavatam started in the jail. And the jail became the temple. Then jail superintendent started thinking, oh my God, I have put them inside because they are dangerous outside, but they are more dangerous inside. So he called them and said, better go out and do whatever you want to do. That happened. So they are fearless. Prabhupada is writing very boldly in the purport. Whether the devotees are in heaven or hell, they don't mind. Because for them, there is no difference. But in order to experience that, we have to be connected. Otherwise, any little bit of disturbance, oh, I am not doing chanting. Why? Life is very disturbed. You should do more while life is disturbed, but you stop chanting. When life is in more disturbance, you should do more devotional service. That is the principle. But we do opposite. When things will be very nice, that time we will chant. That's not the principle. Prahlad Maharaj is teaching the opposite principle. So that will be discussed in more detail tomorrow. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Questions? Comments? Clarifications? Reflections?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for your wonderful session. For very auspicious and Maharaj Pracharak. Maharaj, the question is like, sometimes when we are preaching, so we have this anxiety that this devotee should come to this understanding, and so sometimes we try to make them understand, and sometimes we get angry also. And at the same time, we feel that we need to be exemplary also. So, this is also anxiety, so can you please put some light?
What's the question?
How to deal with this? To not to have anxiety for their development.
Anxiety will be always there. We cannot have anxiety-free life. But we have to decide anxiety for ourselves or anxiety for Krishna. Mahaprabhu was in anxiety. Whether someone will get the Godhead or not. That was his anxiety. Our movement, our parampara is a parampara of anxiety. But that anxiety is for Krishna's service. So you cannot be free from anxiety. Brajavasis are always in anxiety. But their anxiety is centered around Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness. And that anxiety gives that person spiritual bliss. So you have to think in that way. Anxiety for Krishna's service is very good anxiety. But when we have anxiety for our own, that is not desirable. So you have to decide which kind of anxiety we are in. Most of the time we think about ourselves. We have our own anxiety. What will happen to me? That is the anxiety, no? But pure devotees, they are always thinking what will happen to Krishna. Krishna's service, Krishna's preaching, Krishna's welfare. That is Krishna consciousness. And when we are anxiety for ourselves, that is material. How to deal with that?
By understanding that we should give up our own anxiety.
How to do that?
By developing anxiety.
That cannot be a question and that should be a topic.
We should develop anxiety for Krishna service and serving Guru Maharaj.
Then that anxiety will be there. Close that mic.
You have given a wonderful example of car, the gate, first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. And you took care also as well. To do Vaishnava. Knowingly or unknowingly, we have done the Vaishnava and we have come to the reverse case, we have fallen down. What we realize and we see forgiveness. At that time, what will be the cycle? The first year, second year, third, fifth year, how and what will be the process?
Can you repeat?
No, I was just saying. So, you give an example of car. First gear, third, fourth, and you told about the previous gear as well. That is Vaishnava Aparadha. So, unknowingly, knowingly, we have done the Vaishnava Aparadha and we have come in the reverse gear process. That means we have fallen down. So, what we seek forgiveness, suppose we realize that we have done a mistake and we are seeking the forgiveness. So, at that time, what will happen? What will be the process? Again, we have to start from first gear.
Reverse, how it happens in the car.
Yes, yes,
It comes to the neutral, no?
yes.
Then come to first.
The process we start from first.
So, begging forgiveness will neutralize your offense. When you get forgiveness from the devotee whom you offended, then it will neutralize your offense. Then you have to do the positive things. Then your car will. But the problem is that next day again another reverse gear. Next day another one. So we are always in reverse neutral, reverse gear. Very difficult to calculate the first gear.
Thanks, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for Maharaj, connectedness you mentioned, and Maharaj connectedness. I think you are going to mention tomorrow night.
I'll just explain in detail tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mentioned it today.
Yeah, so Maharaj has learned for so long, I think thousands of sessions of Maharaj, but how to maintain connectedness in this Kali-yuga where everything is opposite, right?
So nowadays modern slogan is also stay connected. Right? Without connection nothing happens. So how we connect? As soon as you want to connect with someone, how do you do? Previously people used to ask name, now mobile number. Right? That is the way to get connected. If you know the mobile number, then if you dial that number, then you are connected. Right or not? So for our spiritual journey, how to be connected? Huh?
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna But the next question is, we are doing every day 16 rounds closer, following this principle. Then they are telling, even after chanting 16 rounds, no connection. So only mobile number is the dialing is enough. If your mobile phone, you have put the SIM and you are dialing, it will be connected. To get connected, what to do? The mobile has to be charged. If there is no charge, you keep on, nothing will happen. Even your battery is charged, but if you have no network, will be connected. So only having holy name is not the way to be connected. Your battery has to be charged. How battery has to be charged? Regularly hearing and chanting. That has to be done. That is the process of charging our battery. But only that is also not enough. We have to be in the network area. What is the network area? Iskcon. You have to be in the association of devotees. So when you are in the association of devotees, you are in network area. And when you are in a powerful devotee association, your network is very powerful. Then very easily it will be done. Okay?
Your questions? Hare Krishna. Maharaj, just now you mentioned that battery should be charged, that means we should be reading and hearing. And the network area means the association of our devotees. But personally, I see many times that I am doing that reading hearing. And I am in association also, but still I don't feel like I am moving.
Still not connected.
Chanting also, but still I am something.
I think Krishna is out of network area. That will be the cause or what? What do you think? Very interesting, isn't it? But it means that you are not charging properly. Maybe you are in the network area, you are thinking, but you are not in the network area. Externally you may be, but really you are not. Maybe. I am just hypothetical. So things are not happening means we are not charging properly. We forgot to switch on. You are thinking that is charging. Happens no? In the morning you give the mobile charger is connected but forgot to. That may happen. We are thinking that charging is going on but not happening. And second thing is that may not be not doing proper association. Because of this, we are not fully connected. Check it out. Anything else? Because Krishna is not doubt. Krishna is in network area or not. You should not doubt that. Krishna is always in network areas. Problem is ours. Any question that side? No question?
We are very thankful to Maharaj because topic today is fear, how fear is important in our life, how to get out of this fear and how Krishna consciousness helps us to get out of this fearful situation in this country. So we are thanking Maharaj with a loud chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra from 4 of our hearts.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So our function festival continues. Today evening there will be a Paliki Utsav, Jhula Utsav and any other festivities happening into the courtyard that side. And again, so Maharaj will be doing class again tomorrow also. And devotees, they can come and accept some Pracharak from Maharaj. And also there is a Pracharak arranged for all the devotees after taking Pracharak from Maharaj. Devotees can get into dining hall where Pracharak will be served. Hare Krishna.